What does it take to make a home truly intelligent, not just connected? Yeah, I mean thinking a little bit bigger than automated light switches or asking a voice assistant to switch on your lights or your heating. Well, here at the GITEX Global event in Dubai, I met someone who's trying to redefine what a smart home really means. My guest today is originally from Bulgaria, but he now calls Dubai his home, and he represents Living Homes, a company building what he describes as an AI-native intelligent home platform. And this isn't about switching lights on with your voice or checking the temperature from your phone. It's about homes that understand your well-being and anticipate your needs and adapt accordingly in real time. We will talk about everything today, including features in multi-generational homes, from fall detection for elderly residents, conversational learning for children, and something called a sleep guardian that monitors rest and automatically adjusts the conditions in your room for better sleep. And all of this happens through non-intrusive sensing, no cameras here, and an on-screen avatar, an almost AI steward who lives on your TV and interacts naturally with everyone in the household. For me, our conversation was somewhat of a fascinating glimpse of what happens when smart home technology meets genuine care and cultural understanding and privacy concerns. So today we'll unpack how Andrew and his team are merging privacy, well-being and AI into the kind of home that feels alive and safe. So, can technology ever truly know us well enough to take care of us? Let's find out today, as I beam your ears all the way to the show floor. Tell me a little bit about who you are and why you're here at GITEX Global.
My name is Yanshu Dimitrov and I represent Living Homes here. I personally come from Bulgaria, but we are a company that is headquartered in Dubai here. And we are launching our product, which is an intelligent home, AI-native intelligent home platform. Why we are here at GITEX? Because our target market is GCC area. Also, our offering with the smart home is targeted at the local lifestyle. For example, multi-generational living, which is not that common in Europe. So the thing that we are launching is, as I said, like something beyond smart home, because I don't know to what extent you've been into the topic of smart home, but in 80% of the cases where you see something that is called smart home, the smart is only in the name. Because turning on and off the lights or seeing what's the temperature in your living room is not exactly smart. And we are a technology team that have been doing smart home solutions for the big names in the world. So we've been behind the platform Magenta zu Hause of Deutsche Telekom. Also, we've been doing smart home products and solutions for Bosch Siemens Hausgeräte and D-Link, etc. And our founder, Dilan Lilov, actually decided that he will try to gather a team that can create a really smart home. This is why we're here, launching our product.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I may have come across one of your robots earlier. Is that right? Have you?
This year, no. But last year, because we're for the third time on GITEX, and the first year we showcased our concepts. The second year we showed some initial POCs, let's say, and now we are showing our product. So in the previous editions we did have robots, not now.
So you said you're taking the smart home to the next level. We're not just talking about switching lights on. Tell me about your products. What products have you got for those multi-generational homes?
Yes. So why our next level? Because first of all, we are not targeting just automations of the home, and also the whole idea is to focus on the inhabitants. So instead of automating or making the home smart, we focus on creating a platform which is really AI native. The focus is with AI. I don't want to speak too much about this because AI is a dirty word nowadays. Like 5, 10 years, not 10, but around 5 years ago, everybody was talking about blockchain even without understanding what it is. So now AI is the same. But with the advent of the LLMs 2, 3 years ago, actually was the spark for this thing that we're doing. So coming back to your question, the why it is different. So taking care of the person, something that is in our focus is well-being, longevity. So taking care of you sleeping well, taking care of you being physically well, taking care of your stress management in different ways. So why it is different? For example, there is a feature which we call Sleep Guardian, which means that if you have allowed the system to proactively take care of your sleep without any intrusive sensing or detection, or without you needing to wear any wearables, it can detect, our platform can detect that, for example, 3 a.m. you have a problematic sleep because you're moving too much, your heart rate goes up or something like this. And then the system would automatically try to help you get to a better state, like cooling down the bedroom, probably infusing a little bit more fresh air, things like this. So this is the proactive part. This is not if this happens, then that's the current smart home thing. And about multi-generational living, why is it a focus or something that we do? We care for kids, we care for elderly people. For example, things around fall detection and you getting a notification, and the caregiving emergency service getting a notification if your father fell down. Our avatar, Thea, talks to him and checks if he would respond, if everything is all right. And after 30 seconds, if there is no response, then you will be notified about your father and also potentially caregivers that could be on their way. And another example, if your kids' curiosity sparks at 8:30 or 9 p.m. while you are having a sweet talk with your loved one, Tia could get into a conversation, and they can talk about the pyramids of Egypt that they are thinking, or the elephant or something like this, and actually cover it. Or actually, if they come back from school and you don't have, and they didn't understand this or that lesson, again, Thea can give an auxiliary, let's say, lesson, which is tailored to the age of the child, and also through some gamification and quizzes can also check how they do. So thinking of scenarios that take care of different generations is the aspect that is important for GCC in this area.
And you give some great examples there, some great scenarios. So my technical mind immediately thinks, well, how do you do this? So we've got the sleeping thing. Imagine there's going to be some form of sensors under the mattress. How do you cool the rooms down? Then we've got the virtual avatar. So let's start with the sensor side of things. So how does that work, or how many different products do you have for that?
Yes. So on our side, what the other thing that we're trying to do is to use as much as possible non-intrusive sensing, meaning to try to stay away from cameras wherever possible, because of this being a sensitive topic for everybody. So in Germany, for example, they say my home is my fortress. So people don't feel really well. Different types of people feel differently about cameras, but anyway. So non-intrusive sensing is key for us. In the example that I gave with sleeping, we use a mat that is on your bed that actually senses your movements and things like this. On the other hand, we use also mmWave technology and in some cases LiDAR. It is not like in the full scope of the things that I'm talking. It is an upscale product. It is not a mass market product. So it is targeted more on the upscale segment of the homes and of people that can afford it. So this allows using sensors that are beyond the usual camera recognition and things like this. So in terms of sensing, this is how we do it. And your second part of the question was about.
I suppose we've got to introduce the avatar there. So I'm looking in front of me here. You've got a brochure, and they obviously incredibly lifelike. How does that work? How big is it? What does it look like in the home?
Yeah, so I would be very glad to invite you to our booth also to have a personalized VIP tour and demo. The idea is that this avatar lives on your TVs. So wherever you have TVs, for example, here you can see a screen. Imagine this is a big screen. Here is, for example, the thing that I explained about the pyramids.
Yes.
So you're getting a quiz or information about. And here is Thea, who talks to you. And this avatar currently runs on a computer, a mini computer that costs $500. So with all the graphics and everything, we managed to do it with really good quality and to be active just on this hardware. So she lives on your TVs. She speaks through the speakers. And actually, what we say is that you have her as your home avatar and your home steward, AI steward, but she has a team of AI experts that are good in different areas that we focus on. As I said, sleep, stress management, physio, etc. So actually, with the knowledge about the inhabitants, about the current environment of the home, because, for example, you wake up, you do your, let's say, regular 2 or 3 checks with a few devices, and things might look relatively good or just a little bit bad. But the thing is that Thea is the name of our avatar.
Yeah.
Thea knows also what has been going with you in the past days, and she can spot a trend. Some of the things are deteriorating. You probably didn't have good sleep in the last 2 or 3 nights or things like this. And she would, again, proactively speak to you and tell you, this looks suspicious.
Yeah.
Why don't you do this check? Or why don't you get into a relaxation routine or something like this?
So how does she do that? Is she attached to, I don't know, OpenAI or another LLM? Or how does she work? How does she understand and monitor those trends? And how does she look up information that I might ask her?
Yes. So the proprietary technology that we have includes SLM, so a small language model,
Yeah.
through which we try to do as much as possible without going into the cloud.
Yeah.
So the everything that can be covered by the SLM, it doesn't go to the cloud at all. The second important thing is that the knowledge graph stays with us or with your home. So this means that the knowledge graph not covering, but containing the information for you and for your home stays with you. And of course, for more advanced things, things go to cloud. If you want to get into more details, we have done the things in a way that we have a facade which allows to use different cloud providers, and so we are not tied to one of them. And just one last thing, probably that I forgot to tell you is that we have a B2B2C target model.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I don't know if you know that Etisalat here, you know the Etisalat booth. I'm sure you saw the pavilion. It's the ultra futuristic stuff there. They have their smart home offering called Lifelong Vitality, and the technology behind many of the components is living homes. Yes, and it is actually co-branded, so it's not like we build it for them, but it's a partnership. And I might be a little bit early, but in 1 hour there will be an official signing of a partnership agreement, a memorandum of understanding with them at their booth. So what I was saying is that we're B2B2C. So especially when we work with developers, so imagine the next developer that is building their next luxury tower here in Dubai. And we put this platform on the units of this tower. So in this case, there will be a server room with all the necessary power, much more beyond this SLM that we can do in each unit. So actually, coming back to your question, we will be able to, let's say, limit even more the things that go beyond your home and keep the things within your control and your privacy.
One of my next question was going to be how do you limit the conversations, the back and forth with the avatar on what can be said, what cannot be said, what conversations are appropriate, what aren't, and what stays in the house? How do you maintain that data? There's so many big questions there, but you must get asked this a lot, right?
Yes. We don't have time because we need to finish in a minute because of this setup. But I'll be happy to follow up and get to a normal conversation and a relaxed time next week or the week after. We get asked about this, because it's also a topic in the past 6 months also for the big names. You know that OpenAI had an issue with it, and also others with the latest edition of their models. They did a lot to limit, let's say, deviations, to put it mildly, of how a conversation can go. So more or less, we're taking the precautions that would go in the direction of what you're asking. So to limit how things can go in a direction that would not be good. Anyway, we are focusing on the inhabitant, on the home. So from this perspective, the whole context is, I wouldn't say limited, but constrained within this. So from this perspective, and also having in mind we're having kids and elderly people, this is an important topic for us also.
Well, congratulations on the partnership. Best of luck for the future. I'd love to get you back on next year and see how things are evolving, but thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much, Neil. It was very kind of you. Thank you.
Having listened to my guest today, it's hard to look at a traditional smart home the same way, isn't it? His vision moves far past convenience and into the realms of companionship, a home that supports your sleep, your health, and even curiosity through gentle, intelligent interaction. And built in Dubai, but shaped by a global experience, I think it reflects a new generation of technology. Technology that's designed around local lifestyles rather than a one-size-fits-all automation model. But I think what stood out to me more than anything was Andrew's insistence on privacy and non-intrusive design. And in a world where every device seems to want our data, Living Homes keeps knowledge within the home itself. And that feels like a small but incredibly important shift towards gaining trust in an age of ambient AI. So as GITEX continues to showcase the future of AI, Andrew's work is a timely reminder that progress isn't only measured by smarter machines. It's also about creating spaces that make us feel understood and safe. So the only question that lingers after our conversation is, if our homes can learn to care, how might that change the way we live? Let me know your thoughts. Neil C. Hughes at X, LinkedIn, Instagram, techtalksnetwork.com if you want to find more episodes like this. But that's it for today. So thanks for listening as always. Speak with you tomorrow. Bye for now.